Yo, what's good, folks? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. This is Snapzilla Gorilla. Welcome to the definition of anarchy. Today, on October 7, 2020, I want to talk about Donald Trump showing his true colors. Now, let's say I buy into the left-right paradigm lie, right? Let's say I believe in the Kabuki Theater, right? Let's say I'm looking at the Kabuki Theater as if it's real. The Kabuki Theater of the United States political system.
I-405.
I would have to ask myself a question after what I saw yesterday from Trump, okay? What did he do? Well, he halted negotiations for the stimulus package, right? That would see Americans getting stimulus checks, extended unemployment benefits with extra money, and all that stuff. Since the government is responsible for putting us on lockdown and making us lose our jobs, lose our livelihoods, lose our businesses, it's only right for them to recompense us. But in reality, what's going on is every time they do one of these stimulus packages and spend trillions of dollars, it's not really them that's gonna pay for it. It's gonna be our children that's gonna pay for it, our children's children gonna pay for it, transgenerational debt, okay? Our children will become slaves to the transgenerational debt system, okay? That's in place thanks to the Federal Reserve, okay? Because we're not using real money. We're not using real currency. We're using fiat currency, which is really just, it's based on faith. It's faith-based money. You understand what I'm saying? It's faith-based money. We sit up here waiting on the US dollar, which is fiat currency, to get up and walk on water because we have so much faith in it. In reality, it's not what's going to happen. It's going to sink. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, beyond that, let's get beyond that, okay? I understand, as do most people, even people that don't believe in stimulus packages and the government spending so much money like that. In reality, who put the money in the first place? Through taxes, which is really just theft, right? Taxation is theft. Through theft, through legal theft, we have paid into this system. So essentially, we actually deserve a return on our investment, our forced investment into this country. So yeah, I understand. A lot of people need this stimulus money. A lot of people do need it. And guess what? Your crooked politicians, they know you need this money. They know you need rental assistance. They know you need eviction moratoriums because they know it's not your fault
in 2 miles
that this has happened to you. They know it's not your fault that you lost your business. And what does Trump do? He wants to be Mr. Petty. Hey, yo, we gonna halt stimulus negotiations until after I win the election. Then we're gonna pass a big stimulus bill. What kind of bullshit is that? What happens if you lose? No stimulus bill? Now you're just dragging your feet and putting millions of Americans through stressful times once again. And what's going to happen? People are going to start getting evicted. If you don't do these eviction moratoriums, if you don't give people stimulus money, people are going to get evicted. They're going to end up on the street. They're going to lose everything that they earned, right? Because not only do we have a loss of jobs, not only do we have a loss of businesses, right? Even though they're trying to tell us that we're recovering, that the unemployment is back down to below 8%. Well, before it was down to 6%, right? Where are these jobs coming from? Because as far as I know, hundreds of thousands of businesses have shut down. So where are these jobs coming from? Do you guys really believe that we have gained all these jobs back, even though hundreds of thousands of small businesses were lost due to government fucking interference and due to government tyranny, due to state governorship acting like they're kingships and queenships, we have lost. Where did these jobs come from? How did so many people get their jobs back? That's what I want to know. It doesn't make sense to me, that part. But anyway, let's move on from there. Your boy Trump wants to dangle the carrot. Oh, we're not going to continue negotiations until after the election. When I win, we'll pass this big stimulus bill. He said more than that. He mentioned how, they're dragging their feet. Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to do this, that, and the third. Okay, well, that's because she's dragging her feet too. It's not just Trump. They're all dangling this carrot. They're all using this money to string us along, right? Oh, they'll tell you, we're not going to go on break until we pass a stimulus bill. Oh, well, you know what? We're going to go on break anyway. Oh, we're not going to do this until we pass a stimulus bill. We're not going to do that. But they keep doing the shit, right? And this points to the question. This begs the question.
Proceed about 1 mile.
Why do we continue to put our faith in this political system when they prove time and time again they don't give a hot fuck about you? What are you going to do? Oh, let's go vote. Oh, okay, we're going to go vote. We're going to go vote for another politician to replace the politician that was put in place in the first place, that we voted for, by the way. We voted these people in. And once they got into office, they did what the hell they wanted to do, which was not in the best interest of the people. But no, let's do it again. This next election cycle, we're going to get rid of this group of fucking assholes and replace them with more assholes. Will they be worse assholes or better assholes? At the end of the day, they're going to be assholes with more power than they should be allotted. Because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? These people, these politicians, they understand the game. They study. They go to school, right? They know about politics. They might have a law degree. They might have an accounting degree. They might have a poli-sci degree. But they know the system. They know the game, and they're gonna play it. Even if they have faith in the system, they're gonna have more faith in their ability to use the system against you to better their lives. I hope we understand this. So, Nancy Pelosi dangling the carrots. Donald Trump dangling the carrot. And then what does he come back and say? Oh, you know what? Send me a single bill for the stimulus check so that I can get this down, sign, so I can sign and get to the people, or I'll do an executive order. How long has he been talking about this executive order? From the last stimulus package, there's over $100 billion still sitting there, not being used for anything. That could be allotted to the people. Why is it sitting there? If they just gonna let it sit there, they might as well return it to the people, right? No, they want to continue to drag you along. They want to continue to string you along, and they're going to continue to prove that we're a bunch of sheep that's gonna keep falling for the okie doke. What's the okie doke? Well, we know about the Tecate 19. That's one okie doke. Another okie doke, Trump gets a Tecate 19. Oh no, is he going to die? Oh, he's gasping. Oh, he's this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, he's laughing, right? Whether he had it or not. Did he have the Tecate 19? Did he not have the Tecate 19? I'm not making any assertions either way, YouTube. But all this shit. Now he's A-okay, right? Oh, he's A-okay. So now he wants to manipulate the American people. He wants to manipulate the American people into voting for him. Essentially what he's saying is, if you don't vote for me, you ain't getting no stimulus package. Because guess what? Even if he loses the election, he still has 3 months before he has to turn over the presidency to Biden. And in those 3 months, he can make our lives a living hell. Why? Because we gave him that power. We gave him that ability. An oppressor cannot oppress you without your permission. A tyrant cannot reign tyranny over you unless you give them permission to reign tyranny over you. Trump showed his true colors. He actually showed the colors of all politicians. This is how they think. He's just saying the shit out loud that he really thinks. You understand what I'm saying? Do we need to keep pumping liquidity into the market? Do we need more quantitative easing? Do we need stimulus packages? Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no, we need stimulus packages. We need stimulus because the government fucked us in the first place. They all these years of them taking our money, we get no return, and they continue to pull this and pull that. They continue to pay each other. Guess what happened? The government was about to shut down without funding. They made that happen in a snap, right? They all agreed. Oh no, we need to keep the government open. We need to keep the government open. Let's fucking vote to make that happen. Why can't they come up with something just as quickly for the American people? Because they don't give a shit about you. They'll take your money to pay themselves, to keep themselves open.
Illegal U-turn.
Meanwhile, your business is struggling. Meanwhile, your job is struggling. Meanwhile, you're furloughed. Meanwhile, this. Meanwhile, that. Meanwhile, we're committing suicide at an extreme rate. Meanwhile, we're depressed. Meanwhile, we're sick. Meanwhile, we're having all kind of organ failure due to the stress, due to the depression, due to no end in sight of this whole Tecate 19 fucking